Our spokesman's going to start.
This record is for this band the most band record this band has done. We made a live album we first got together 10 years ago. Whenever.
2015.
We made a live album the first week, and then we made Space Between, which was a concept record, which we weren't mostly. It's a great record, don't get me wrong, but we weren't in the same room a lot. We didn't spend the way we made this record. We made its record together from beginning to end. Nobody was in that studio by themselves except once in a while Vic late at night, and we don't know why. We're still wondering what he was doing
Vic?
in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why.
But yeah, it's really a band record. 6 songs pre-written, and we wrote 3 songs in the studio because we recorded the songs that I had written so fast that we just said, we got time, so we wrote songs in the studio. I mean, Mike will tell you.
We're so comfortable now that someone would jam an idea, either Dave Cobb or whatever, and everybody jumped in and it became a song. It was great.
I'd go home that night and write lyrics and come back the next day and
boom,
we had a song
recorded.
It was really, it was really the chemistry is what made it magic. Dave Cobb, which Jason had worked with before.
When you recorded like you had back in the 80s, and the process you have to go through, which could be just getting a snare drum sound for 2 weeks, like the famous foreigner stories of just getting a snare drum 2 weeks.
Or 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months, or even that. And everything, you play together, but at the same time, you're not recording anybody's part but one specific person. This is throw that out the window. This is, by the time you've walked into the room, you've finished it. Very, very, very little was done after the fact. Maybe a couple of lines if Sam hadn't finished.
Background vocals, a couple of lines, on the lyrics.
In a way, it was great because there was very little time to really think about it, or really put a lot of time into the songs, because the ones we wrote, and even some of the ones that we had that Dave lent a couple of suggestions to, we were out there working them out, and then boom, we recorded them right then. So it was like very spontaneous as far as that goes.
90% of the vocals are live with the band, because the way Dave would do it, his engineer team are freaking brilliant. They're so in tune with him. They take everything, and he goes, we make a mistake, we keep going. He'd say, okay, go back to that bridge, just go for the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'd play just the bridge, and he'd say, okay, we got that, now let's play, the right out. Let's do one more take. So you end up with about 12 takes, but he's pointing to the guys inside, and they're putting that piece in the thing, and I'm singing live every time. And we walk in the studio after taking about 2 hours of takes, maybe max, and hear a playback, and it's done. Like not, okay, we're almost there.
And then once they perfected all of that, then I went in and laid the Michael Anthony vocal magic on top of it. That's right,
BGV's extraordinaire.
Yeah, it was great. It was a very fun process. It's the way that nobody does it anymore. Nobody records like this anymore.
Yeah,
live out in the studio, just having a great time and just laying it right down there.
Mike loved it because this time round we put him on a pedestal, literally, just because he couldn't reach the microphone.
Exactly. Pretty bad. I can pick my platform shoes back out.
Yeah, you can hear Mikey's voice all over this thing. It's that classic Van Halen sound. It's what David Cobb was trying to do to get out of us, was to get the Van Halen sound, to get the early Sammy Montrose sound, to get the Led Zeppelin sound out of the drums, to get the guitars sounding like fresh and new, our own sound. Because every album we've ever done, we've never had, you and I, we've been doing this for a long time, but we never had a specific sound to say, well, that's Sammy's sound, or that's Vic's sound. It was like the engineer just he wanted to capture everything we've done and put it into one record, one definitive record. And I think if there's one thing that we really did, was that. It sounds enough like all of our influences and all of our backgrounds to put a stamp on and say, yeah, that's a circle. That's what the circle sounds like. And I'm happy.
We're all happy.